Happening now, Route 60 is shut down. State police say don't even try traveling the roadway.
I'm Ryan Hedrick at Sam's Club. It is a zoo, literally a zoo. Fairmont Avenue is packed, the parking lot is full, and people are anticipating big savings. We'll talk about it next.
And I'm Dakota Hunter in the First Defense Weather Center. We've got a lot of stuff going on in weather today. We've got rain, we've got flooding, we've got a major winter storm coming our way over the weekend. We'll talk about it all coming up.
And in sports, the Bills make a change. That's news now for Friday, January 12th, 2018.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. I'm Justin Gould. Our top story, it seems to be sheer madness at Sam's Club right now in West Ellicott as customers try to get a last-minute bargain. Our Ryan Hedrick is standing by in the middle of all of it.
All right, Justin, the debacle at Sam's Club is very real. Less than 24 hours removed from Walmart Corporation announcing the systematic shutdown of more than 60 of the 660 Sam's Clubs across this country. People are pouring into the Ellicott location.
So it was 25% off of everything except electronics.
Give us a sense of what it's like inside that building right now.
Pretty crowded. Yeah.
People just scurrying around picking up anything they could pick up?
Well, it didn't seem like they were too, ambitious, but people were picking stuff up, yeah.
Rochester and Syracuse shutting down too. Are you going to shop at other Sam's Clubs when this closes its doors in January?
No, I'm not going to drive clear to Erie. There's no way.
Are you angry with Walmart?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I also see where they were throwing food, but then I was told that was a Snoop's fake, where they were throwing, Walmart themselves were throwing out food, but I was told that was not real and whatever. It's like, okay, whatever.
One man told me he saved $500. He purchased a computer for $1,000 and several other items. I asked him how he knew he was saving money. He told me that it was printed on the receipt. Now, Walmart did not have a comment for this story, and we approached Sam's Club, and obviously they told us to leave them alone as they did their jobs, but traffic is probably the biggest story here in the build-up to the anticipation of the price slashing here.
25% off.
Are you sure?
That's what they said.
All right. Did you get a deal on these items?
I saved about $500.
This gentleman says he saved about $500. How do you know?
Because it prints out on the discount to 25% off on their receipt.
What's the scene like in there?
It's not as bad as outside.
Traffic on Fairmont Avenue, both directions, is backed up severely. Going into Lakewood is backed up to the Burger King. Going up toward Jamestown is backed up to the insurance companies. Many people anticipating big savings. People coming, toilet paper, paper towels, computers, mini blinds, chairs, you name it. They were coming out with it. People are still trying to come in here, and this will continue as the day goes on, probably until the store's empty. From Sam's Club on Fairmont Avenue, I'm Ryan Hedrick, WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Wow, Ryan, thank you. And yesterday our crew spoke with Ellicott Town Supervisor Patrick McLaughlin, who says he was completely caught off guard after learning that Sam's Club, one of the town's highest taxpayers, plan to close its doors. McLaughlin says this is a shock.
Man, I just can't remember something happening like this that in one fell swoop has affected so many people. Obviously, we know there's been reductions in employment, let's say at Bush Industries, in some of the plants that will have small layoffs, but in one fell swoop, to have this many people all of a sudden find themselves unemployed, that's quite tragic.
McLaughlin says this cut into the town's revenue stream. The club paid $20,000 a year in taxes to the town of Ellicott. And now on to another big story of the day, where flooding is causing problems for parts of Route 60. Route 60 near 62 is shut down right now as the winter melt continues, causing water from the Conewango Creek to jump its banks. New York State Police Captain Eric Balin says that his troopers and DOT crews are here pretty much every year after a massive snow melt. Balin says a lot of people seem to try to jump police barricades.
You can't see how deep the water is. If cars traveling across the road, they don't know how deep it is and they could become stranded in the floodwaters. It's a safety issue. And then just standard winter driving rules, take care when the temperatures are below freezing, the roads can be icy.
Now temperatures are expected to drop this evening and that will make roads even trickier. Balin says take caution on the roadways. If you do come across a flooded road, call the authorities. Now we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by with more on that changeover we'll see tonight. Dakota.
Yes, we just got a whole bunch of stuff going on in weather. We've just got a weather palooza going on out there. Let's take a look at Lynx 1 and let's take a look at the Sky Vision camera from Lakewood. And I would not be a bit surprised if that traffic line is the line going into Sam's Club. I would not be a bit surprised if that's what that is. Currently in Lakewood, 46 degrees with a dew point of 42, and they've picked up a little more than 1/4 of an inch of rain so far today. On the radar, you can see we don't have a whole lot of rain across the area right now. That is the good news for the snow melt, but we are likely to add some more rain pretty much today before that big meltdown comes our way. So let's break down the forecast today very quickly here. The temperatures drop rapidly throughout the afternoon hours. Otherwise, we'll see rain changing over to freezing rain and then snow. 55 degrees, that is our current temperature at the airport right now. That more than likely is going to be our high temperature for the day. We'll fall down to 24 by the night, pretty much by the day is over with today with that south wind 10 to 16 miles per hour. We'll break down all of that and we'll talk about that massive winter storm that is coming our way for the weekend, and we'll break this all down in a few minutes. Back to you, Justin.
All right, Dakota, thank you. People in Sunset Bay spent their Thursday preparing for possible flooding as well. They're concerned that a major ice jam on Cattaraugus Creek could give way at any moment. The ice jam is set up about 5 miles east of the bay in Versailles, Cattaraugus County. If that were to break up, all of the ice and water behind it could rush into that seasonal community in Chautauqua County. As of right now, the jam is stable and emergency officials are continuing to monitor that situation. Coming up next, Governor Andrew Cuomo is working to waive out fees for out-of-state snowmobilers. And later on, the CDC says this flu season is ramping up. More. Stay with us.
WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Welcome back to News Now. Governor Cuomo announced yesterday that snowmobiling fees will be waived for out-of-state and Canadian snowmobilers during the weekend of February 2nd through the 5th. Currently, out-of-state and Canadian snowmobilers are required to register their snowmobiles with New York State before hitting the trails. Snowmobile registration costs about $100, but is decreased to $45 for those who join a local snowmobile club affiliated with one of the state's snowmobile associations. Participants in Free Snowmobile Weekend must operate a snowmobile that is validly registered in their home state or Canadian province and must carry an acceptable insurance as required by their state. The Centers for Disease Control says that the flu is now widespread in 46 states across the nation and nearly 4 times more states than at this time last year. The strand circulating right now is H3N2, and it tends to hit young and older people harder the most. Making matters worse, this strand of flu vaccinations didn't seem to work very well with this particular strand. One of hundreds of flu deaths have been reported nationwide this season. Thus far, 13 of them were children. The CDC says that it's still too early to tell how bad this season will get. They do believe that it could be pretty bad, though. And the FDA says that cough and cold medications containing opioid ingredients like codeine and hydrocodone should no longer be given to children of any age. A Thursday announcement from the FDA revealed that they're requiring revisions to the safety labeling on these prescription opioid cough and cold medications to indicate these warnings, and they should only be used for adults 18 and over. This labeling change also addresses safety information for adults, including an expanded boxed warning indicating those risks on the side of those medications. The warnings will be consistent with the labeling of other opioid-containing drug products such as cough medicine and etc.
Now, your First Defense Forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Oh boy, just some more stuff in weather. I don't really know
Why
what
are
to
you
say.
so depressed today, Mr. Weatherman?
Well, we've just got a lot going on in weather, and I feel bad for being the messenger of all this bad news, but
No. He feels bad because he has a doctor's appointment in 10 minutes that he has to run to.
No, it's just all this weather. It's so depressing. But let's get into it anyway here. The first defense, everything you're going to need to know for today. The major winter storm pretty much comes our way this afternoon and over the weekend. So let's talk about it here. Temperatures will sharply drop today from the upper 40s to the mid 20s. This is going to be a rapid change that's going to occur over a period of a couple hours. So these temperatures will very sharply fall. Because of that, the rain that we're going to see today is going to change over to a freezing wintry mix. This will create a flash freeze, which is essentially anything that is on the ground that is going to freeze. Slush, rain, anything that is on the roadways is going to freeze. That's going to create that base layer of ice, along with possibly some ice that will fall because of the freezing precipitation. The mixed precip will change over to heavy snow later this afternoon, going into tonight. And the snow accumulations, this forecast has been very hard to forecast. Basically, all of us in the weather business call it the gnashing of teeth when we have a forecast like this, because everything changes from model run to model run. It has been so hard trying to forecast this because of the unknowns. I've lowered the snow totals because of the ice, 6 to 10 inches on average now, and the ice probably about 1/10 of an inch to about 1/3 of an inch will probably accumulate. And again, anything over 1/4 of an inch is significant, because that is when it starts to weigh down trees and power lines. The temperatures out there right now, say bye-bye to these temps because you won't see them again. These are the current readings. Let's play our favorite game, Spot the Cold Front. Can you find it? Yes, this is one of our favorite games we like to play in weather. If you guess this is the cold front right here, congratulations. You receive the admiration of us all. And pretty much it is 55 degrees in Jamestown right now, 40 in Dunkirk, 35 in areas that cold front starts to come on through, 41 in Buffalo, almost 60 degrees in Rochester and also in Wellsville as well. But these temperatures will sharply dip as that cold front starts to come our way, and yes, it's going to get quite cold again. Doppler vision out there. Here comes the live sweep giving us all the latest information. We have some snow. We have some rain showers pretty much down in our direction. And we also have this wintry mix out here. This is where that colder air is at the moment. This will start filtering in as the temperatures really take a tumble pretty much throughout this afternoon and into the evening hours. Now, zooming the radar out, you can see we have a whole mass of rain going on across the state. But this out here is the system that's coming our way. That's good. This is pretty much part of that Arctic front out here. You can see it's throwing snow pretty much out in Detroit, going out to Chicago. This is going to be moving our way today, and that will start changing things over. The National Weather Service continues the winter storm warning for all of western New York until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and this is for that potential for the snow and the ice as well. Now, we also have flood warnings just all over the place. These are all these green counties here, and there are just so many of these. It would take me an eternity to go through all the flood warnings, but all these flood warnings are for the snow melt and as well as the ice melting as well. These all expire tonight, and we have a flash flood warning down here in PA. That's that dark red polygon right down here, and then they also continue the flood watch for all of western New York until 4 a.m. tomorrow as well, for the potential for more flooding as the ice and snow continues to melt. Here we go with Future Scan. You can see it's picking up on that band of rain that's moving through the area, but take a look at what happens. This is about 2 o'clock today. The temperatures sharply drop, and then we get into this mixed precipitation, which ultimately could be freezing rain as we pretty much, and that will continue throughout the day today, going into the nighttime hours. Metrocast, 41 degrees around 1 o'clock. The temperatures will start to fall rapidly with more rain as we get into about 5 o'clock. 26. Take a look at the temperature difference from 1 to 5. 41, 26. Significant temperature drop here. Freezing wintry mix, and it will start to freeze down at the ground and more than likely could cause some icing as well. And as we go into nighttime, 17 degrees at 9 o'clock. It will be all snow at this point as the temperatures start to become cold enough to allow for all snow. Ice accumulations, the models really are kind of all over the place with this, but pretty much now under 1/4 of an inch for most areas. But even this is going to be significant because this is going to slicken up the roadways and cause some icing, so you need to be careful of that. Now, the snow totals, I lowered them from yesterday, and this is all because of the ice. 6 to 8 inches down in our direction, 5 to 7 around Dunkirk, 4 to 6 around Buffalo. Take a look at this. Rochester more than likely is going to take the brunt of this, 16 to 18 inches, and because there's going to be wind coming off Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario doesn't freeze. It's still open for business, so that will allow lake effect to add into this. So Rochester is going to be taking the brunt of this one, not us. That's a little bit of an anomaly because usually we take the brunt of it. Rochester doesn't see a whole lot, but generally that wind coming off Lake Erie, off Lake Ontario is going to be causing some lake effect. The next 7 days coming up, brought to you by Quick Solutions. And you can see for the weekend, pretty much Arctic cold. That snow continues on Saturday. It starts to clear out on Sunday where we see some partial sunshine, but that's not going to help too much. Temperatures still stuck into the teens, and we are now into an Arctic pattern for much of the week. Take a look at that, 20s and teens. We'll do it for pretty much of next week. Ryan will have sports right after the break, so stay with us.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com. Like great food, great news needs experts. Become a community reporter. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today. Speaking of great food, Jeremy's Bellevue offers pasta, classic burgers, seafood, and of course, wings. Visit Jeremy's Bellevue on Facebook.
The team that puts coverage first. We have some breaking news. Police confirming now that Steve Stevens was found dead in Erie, Pennsylvania.
His house is on fire and it's dangerously close to the Appleyard Terrace.
Fire crews battling another blaze.
It needs to be treated as the terrorist act that it is.
He got the ball, he just went to the hoop and he shot it.
And as for the star of the show, Tucker Pierce.
I feel good.
Proceeds from the Battle of the Classes going to the Alex Folk Foundation.
50 years of service and dedication to anything is very impressive. Put your lives on the line for your neighbors.
It's just something that I think people should do. You have to give back to the community.
WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at PhoneZoneShop.com.
From the Phone Zone Sports Desk, I'm Justin Goulden for our Ryan Hedrick. The Buffalo Bills have fired their offensive coordinator. They made that announcement earlier today. Rick Dennison spent just over 1 year under head coach Sean McDermott after leaving the Denver Broncos. Buffalo was at or near the bottom of the league in passing and yards. And we'll have much more on this story at WNYNewsNow.com/sports. From the Phone Zone Sports Desk, I'm Justin Gould. It all unfolds here.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now. Like great food, great news needs experts. Become a community reporter when you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about. Drop us a line on Facebook today. Speaking of great food, Jeremy's Bellevue offers pasta, classic burgers, seafood, and of course, wings. Visit Jeremy's Bellevue on Facebook. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Welcome back to News Now. On Friday, Brookdale of Lakewood announced its annual collaboration with the United Senior Council and Chautauqua County Office of the Aging. It's all to present their 6th Chautauqua County Senior Sweetheart Contest. Now, this is a countywide contest that recognizes one individual for their talent, service, or commitment and achievement to the overall positive impact of their family, friends, and their community. All nominees must be at least 70 years of age or older and reside here in Chautauqua County. They would be nominated by contacting Brookdale's sales manager, Lisa LaRouche Piazza. And you can see more and learn more about this contest by visiting brookdale.com, or you can even mail things to their southwestern location in Lakewood, and the winner of this contest would be crowned next month at a reception at the Brookdale Lakewood facility. Pretty cool. And by the way, did you know that you could receive a gift package, so to speak, worth of $500 or more if you were to win? Pretty cool. If I was, maybe I should nominate my grandmother. Well, here's a final look at your 7-day forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is telling us that it could get some pretty nasty weather over tonight into tomorrow as we begin that changeover from warm to cold. So you'll want to make sure you bundle up and take precautions out on the roadway. And then heading into next week, we kind of return to normal temperatures for this January in the low 30s with some snow possible. And that's going to do it for today. Be sure to join us tomorrow on Monday. And of course, check out our website tomorrow and all throughout the weekend at WNYNewsNow.com, where coverage comes first. Have a great day.